This chart shows the resale market for Indiana Fever tickets over the course of the 2026 season. After an initial surge of peak demand, prices fell sharply, bottoming out at just $8. That collapse in demand coincides with intense backlash aimed directly at head coach Stephanie White and her handling of generational rookie Caitlin Clark. The modern WNBA is a highly aggressive, physical league, and an entirely new wave of fans is experiencing this intensity for the very first time. What ignited the outrage is a series of viral sideline clips. Fans point to moments where White and her assistants appear to physically yank Clark's arm and yell directly in her face during high-stakes games. Online critics and social media channels quickly formed a consensus. The Fever coaching staff are jealous mean girls, deliberately attempting to suppress their star's statistics and embarrass her on national television.
We have to ask if a professional franchise is actively sabotaging its greatest asset, or if a massive new audience is simply misunderstanding the realities of professional basketball coaching. Professional basketball is played in some of the loudest environments in sports. In arenas packed with thousands of shouting fans, verbal communication often fails entirely. Academic literature on sports management, like this thesis on a coach's interpersonal factors, reveals how professionals manage chaos. In high-stress environments, rapid physical redirection, like firmly grabbing an arm, and heated arguments are standard communication tools, necessary for immediate strategic execution. This sideline aggression is the universal standard across leagues. Elite coaches routinely point, shout, and physically maneuver their players to cut through the noise. Historically, women at the highest levels of the game have utilized this exact aggressive posturing, forcefully directing players to demand execution and win championships. Clark herself publicly recognized the rigor of this environment, jokingly calling White's defensive demands insane. She understands she is participating in a demanding athletic partnership, not a toxic one. What internet commentators label as bullying is the thoroughly documented standard for leading elite athletes through high-pressure scenarios. The criticism extends to the court itself. Fans argue the staff deliberately limits Clark's touches to heavily feature teammates like Aaliyah Boston instead. Coach White's actual logic addresses a harsh reality. Opposing defenses relentlessly face-guard Clark. Moving her off the ball is a tactical necessity, something White describes as the ultimate complement to Clark's gravity. Looking at this offensive schematic, we can see how moving a highly guarded player without the ball breaks down a face-guarding defense, forcing defenders to rotate and creating wide-open space in the paint. This approach shifts the priority away from feeding a single player's box score. Instead, it forces the entire roster to execute a sustainable, unpredictable offensive system capable of winning against elite defenses. And when it comes to external protection, the coaching staff steps in aggressively. After Clark received a questionable technical foul, White intentionally absorbed a league fine by viciously tearing into the officiating crew. White has also openly praised Clark's psycho-competitive fire to the media, noting she sees a younger version of her own intensity in the rookie. These tactical adjustments and aggressive confrontations with referees are not acts of sabotage. They are the exact systemic protections a generational talent requires to survive the physical toll of the league. At the root of this controversy is the concept of a parasocial fan base. This occurs when an audience forms a highly protective, one-sided emotional attachment to a public figure. Many of her most vocal supporters still view her as a collegiate icon, a young player who needs to be shielded and nurtured by her environment. Her current reality is much harsher. She is a professional athlete tasked with bearing the weight, expectations, and intense scrutiny of a multi-million-dollar franchise. This exposes a paradox in the push for equity in women's sports. Fans rightly demand professional equality and higher salaries for the athletes, yet resist when their favorite players are subjected to the standard, ruthless coaching methods of the professional ranks. Generational talents are not handled delicately. They are challenged, pushed to her physical limits, and integrated into complex systems to ensure long-term success. Treating Caitlin Clark with true respect does not mean letting her operate without constraint. It means holding her to the exact same rigorous, high-pressure standards as every other basketball great in history.